Good evening, class. Daniel Sims here. This is briefing number 3 for LDR 2200. And tonight, my briefing number 3 topic is about leading teams. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about the 4 main stages. There are 5 stages, but 4 that I consider the main stages of building a team. And I'm going to, kind of tell you what each stage of those means to me, and how I can relate that to my job going forward once I do get into that leadership role. We'll start with step number 1, or stage number 1, forming. And when you're forming a team, you're bringing a bunch of different personalities together from probably different sectors of a company, maybe different departments. They know different things. They're not, real used to each other, or maybe you're coming into a team that's already established, in which case you have to develop a culture and you have to, show your worth to the team by giving them your best and showing what you expect out of them. And that's step number 1, that's forming. Step number 2 is storming, and that's when you're in there, you're getting in there with the team, and you have some resistors, and you might have a little hostility within the team because you bring your ideas and your ideals, and maybe someone doesn't like how you're going about your leadership role, and you might be new to this, and they might be used to a certain type of leadership, and they don't want anything that you're selling. They're not buying in. Well, this is again how you have to go about changing the culture and changing their mindset to match yours. The third step is going to be norming, and that's when members of the team really start to have this cohesion together, and they develop that camaraderie together, and they're able to start really working together to accomplish certain goals, and they really start to hit that niche where they're really just firing on all cylinders, all systems go, and you're ready to just take on the world with your team. Step 4 is performing. At this point, everybody on the team knows their place, they know their job, they know the aspect of their daily responsibilities, and they're good at it. You're rocking and rolling, no problems anymore, the meshing is there, the camaraderie is there, the teamwork is there, the culture that you wanted to build the whole time is amazing, and you've got all these high workers that are doing a lot of good things. And finally, the 5th step is going to be adjourning, and that's kind of, when the team starts to disband, people are getting promoted to different sections of the company, people are going to other companies, and then the cycle starts all over. You've got to bring in new people, let them buy into the culture, buy into what you're selling, and give them a good representation of how you expect to lead them and how you expect to lead the team. For me, building a culture, a positive culture, is the main thing that I'm looking for when I'm leading a team, because you want people to be able to buy into what you're selling. You want people to work hard for you because they know you're going to work hard for them. You're never going to ask them to do something that you wouldn't do yourself. And establishing that winning culture, and that having that process where you focus not only on the end goal, because that's not always going to give you the results you want to see, but you focus on each step within that process to get to that end goal. And that's where I am. I'm very process oriented, and you kind of got to work through the process to get your mind right for everyone on the team to establish the same goal. So for me, leading teams and building teams is a very fundamental and very, very important part of being a leader. Probably the building block of being a leader is developing that core sense of camaraderie and trust within the culture of the team. And yeah, and those are the 4 main parts, or the 4 main stages of building a team and leading a team. And in conclusion, I would like to say that the forming of the team, the stage 1, is in my mind the most important, especially if you get to build the team from the ground up, and you get to choose the people that are in that team. Make sure that you build that team around, your mindset of how you as a leader think, because if you've got a bunch of different personalities that are working against you, then it's going to kind of be hard to establish that culture. But again, it's not always that easy. You kind of have to manage based on your personalities. Some people like to be micromanaged. Some people have to be micromanaged. Some people are a little more laissez-faire, kind of hands-offish. And that's just how it goes. That's how you know, it's difficult to put everything in such a compressed, yeah. Lost my train of thought there, but anyway, that's, you know, kind of where I am with leading teams. Very important to put your team together and build it within that culture from the ground up, so that way you know what you're working with, you know your people, and you're set to conquer everything that stands in your way. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions for me, drop them down below. I know I messed up a little bit in this video, wasn't as good as my other two, but I've enjoyed this class, and I hope you guys have learned as much as I have. Thanks.